Today's video comes in association with TMC The Model Centre. Hi there to you, welcome back to another video with me, Jennifer Kirk. And today I want to talk to you about graffiti. Unfortunately, this has become the scourge of the modern age, and certainly we've seen ever since the rise of readily available aerosol paint cans an incredible array appearing around the urban landscapes. We've seen everything from some quite basic spray tags right up to some really incredible artistic murals, and the railways have been a particular canvas that have appealed to these guerrilla artists in the urban scene. And what we've seen is that anything that is left unattended for any length of time, such as wagons, locomotives, coaching stock, line-side furniture and even walls and buildings seem to become a huge canvas for these artists at work. But it's something that you don't often see replicated in model form. And it's probably because it really is quite difficult to make graffiti look super convincing. And certainly whilst there have been transfers available on the market, these often just look like that, transfers. It's really hard to make it look credible. So I've seen on a lot of models that people have just chosen to leave the graffiti out. But it's like that elephant in the room. But it doesn't have to be that way. And certainly when I've been out and about at shows, my eye has been constantly drawn to the TMC stand, where amongst other things they have had on display some custom graffitied wagons, which really have blown me away. And I shared some photographs of these online over the last few months, and they have really gone down well. People love these, not just for those people that want to replicate graffiti in their model world, but simply people that want to own what can really be termed a work of art. And today, in association with TMC, I want to walk you through the process of how you actually order these. Now, one of the things that we're going to be looking at is not just how you can buy off-the-shelf models that are done to a predetermined design that you can just pick off the website and go, I want that one, and buy it, but also what to do if you're modelling a specific location and there's some really eye-catching bit of graffiti and you think, actually, I want that. Well, there is a way you can submit photographs of that graffiti or even completely bespoke designs, and TMC can actually apply them not just to wagons but also to things like scenecraft buildings and recreate the scene that you want to see. And these are works of art. They're done by an airbrush artist and they're done unique each time. So even if you pick the same design, it will not be absolutely the same as the previous wagon that they produced to that design. Now, the whole process is a little bit secret. We're not going to show you the airbrush artist fully at work because of tricks of the trade and the fact that they've got some really, really good procedures for being able to reproduce this graffiti. But what we are going to show you is that entire journey from start to finish. What to do if maybe you've got an item of rolling stock, like, let's say, the Monday Club wagon, and you want to send it on a journey that turns it from that basic, squeaky clean, straight out of the box, ready to run wagon into something that is a work of art. And we're also going to follow the journey of a regular bogie wagon, from clean wagon out of the box through each step of the process that TMC's graffiti artist goes through to build up that incredible artwork. So in association with TMC, let's take a close look at the website where it all begins and how you go about finding those graffiti wagons and ordering your own. So this is a standard Monday Club wagon. It's one of the Acura scale MDVs, and this is exactly how it looks coming straight out of the box from the factory. So we've seen the standard Monday Club wagon, and what we're going to look now is on the website how we go about really customizing that with some really eye-catching graffiti. So we're on the home page for TMC. If we scroll down, here at the bottom you'll find customization, send us your models. Click on there and that takes us straight to where we want to be. This particular item is 00 gauge, so we choose that from the drop-down menu. When it comes to choosing the model type, the wagon itself is a small wagon, but you can see from the drop-down list that we've got a choice of anything that you could possibly send, so just choose the one that's applicable to your model. Then just click Continue. First up, we've got Select Finish. And I do recommend that you choose at the very least the value weathering, and this will really make sure that the graffiti looks realistic on the wagon. It also means that the wagon itself really does look used and abused. Scrolling further down, this is where we specify the graffiti that we want. You can choose from None, that's if you just want the wagon or locomotive or other item weathered. Simple Text just basically means those very basic spray tags, so it's the most basic level of graffiti. If you want, you can go more detailed, or as we're going to choose, an all-over graffiti design, and this is where you can supply your own images if you've either got a very specific model in mind or you want to have your own personal designs placed onto your model. If you want to have the item renumbered, you can choose that here as well. In the additional information, we're going to put down a rough idea of what we want to appear on this wagon. I'd really like to have that personal touch, so what I want is just Jenny was here, and maybe have that JK logo blown up and made to look like it's a part of the spray tag. On the other side of the wagon, I'm not really decided, so this is a really ideal way of just maybe saying, surprise me, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. If you have an optional supporting image, then this is where you would add it by clicking Choose File and then uploading a file as a JPEG. This can be something as simple as a pattern of weathering that really did catch your eye, or even maybe you saw a coal wagon that had a very distinctive piece of spray tag artwork on the side and you want that model on your layout. If you've got a photograph, make sure it's a JPEG and you upload it here, and then TMC's artist has got exactly what you've got in mind to work from. Finally, we click Add to Cart. It's as easy as that. And this, incidentally, is exactly the same process as you would use to send in something for deluxe weathering. Even if you don't want the graffiti, it's the same process, and it really is easy to follow. You can also buy just off-the-shelf wagons, and TMC carry a good range of wagons that they've already done. Again, it's really simple. On the website, just choose the product that you want. This cut down HYA is an ideal opportunity to just buy one that's ready done. No need to upload any files, you just pick it as it is. Add to cart, and then we're done. So we've got all of that done, but we're actually really interested to see how the process unfolds. So we're going to cheat a little bit, and we're going to take the wagon to TMC Direct. That gives us a good excuse to take a look around and maybe even see how they recreate these wonderful miniature graffiti effects. All the weathering is done in-house by a very skilled professional airbrush artist. One of the wagons that we're going to look at is this Bogey Accurascale wagon, and you can see as it goes through each stage of the process how the graffiti and the weathering develops. It really is magic to watch. So I'm really excited. We've got the Monday Club wagon back, and you can see that the box has got the TMC custom finish sticker on. So we know that it's all been processed, and I'm really excited to take a look. So let's get this out of the box, and wow. So immediately I can see that, yeah, there we are. Jenny was here with the JK logo, and we've got this lovely kind of shine And there's all the weathering as well, which has really made this look like a workaday wagon. I'm curious what they've put on the other side. We asked for, basically we just put surprise me. So, got a spray tag on the end there. Wow. So there we've got an assortment of spray tags. There's the original JK logo, and then we've got this skull and crossbones and this kind of planet thing going on. There's so much going on. But not just that, we've also got the custom weathering over the top, and that's quite important to make a wagon look used and to blend the graffiti in. What TMC do is that initial light weathering before they do the graffiti, because unless the wagons come immediately out of the paint shop and being caught by the graffiti artists, you're not going to be painting the graffiti onto a clean wagon. And this is quite important as part of the finish. And then we've got that light dusting over as well. So we can see that it's really brought out the detail on this wagon, like the spray tag on the end. And then we've also got all of the underside weathered as well, particularly like that light rust on the brake blocks. That's really nice. And the inside too. It's often an area that lets down ready to run wagons, but that's really made that look good. So you can see, compared with the original Monday Club wagon, we've got something really special here. So there you have it, the full process outlined from start to finish, how you too can go about ordering your own custom graffitied wagons or even line-side equipment and walling. It's a really great way to be able to add that authenticity to your layout, or indeed even if you want something extra special for a display cabinet, you won't be disappointed. We've got a full set of links down below in the description box that take you to the right areas of the TMC website. And as you saw, it really is an easy process from start to finish. And we followed that whole process with the Monday Club wagon, and you can really see those amazing results that we got. Even just by typing in a description of a rough idea of what you wanted. You don't need to have photographs if you don't have them, but certainly you can get something really unique and special. Today's video comes in association with TMC The Model Centre for that extra special graffiti weathering service that gives you something that nobody else has on your layout, that's a work of art that really brings to life your miniature world. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also you can check us out over on Patreon and help us to keep making the videos that you want to see. But until next time, this is me, Kirk, saying take great care of yourself. Bye for now. I'd like to send out a huge thanks to everybody who supports me on Patreon, and an extra special huge thanks goes out to Anthony Kidson, Offshore Allen, Michael Lockie, Helen Sink, Gary Lewis, David Quinn, Sparky 107107, George Botterini, Chris Moss, Robert Steers, Sam Yates, Dale Williams, John N from NC, NYMRish, Jonathan Foster, Peter, Clifford Ison, Larry W. Grant, NI Railways 4000 class, Ian Coulson, Alan Dickerson, Eddie Popper, Karen Nichol, Medwin Williams, Crossways Point Junction, 3B Rail, and Jennifer Garrett. Thank you. Without you guys, I couldn't do this.